Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the second Maiden's tragedy, and we get to hear from Lady today in Act 1, Scene 1. Now remember, Lady's husband has been overthrown by the tyrant king. She was married, well, is married to Gavainus, who is almost being held prisoner. He's been told that he's going to be banished, but then he was also told that he had to watch while the tyrant king wooed Lady, like that was going to happen in front of him. So she's brought in and she's wearing all black, which angers the tyrant king because he's like, why are you dressed for a funeral? And her father Helvetius is like, come on, like, can't you, like, you're dishonoring me by dishonoring the king. Just go over and give the king a kiss. So she goes over and she kisses Gavainus, and they're like, wrong one. And she says, why, that's the usurper, sir. This is the king. I happened righter than you thought I had. And were all kingdoms of the earth his own, as sure as this is not, and this dear gentleman, as poor as virtue and almost as friendless, I would not change this misery for that scepter, wherein I had part with him. Sir, be cheerful. 'Tis not the reeling fortune of great state, or low condition that I cast mine eye at. It is the man I seek. The rest I lose as things unworthy to be kept or noted. Fortunes are but the outsides of true worth. It is the mind that sets his master forth. So this is actually rather lovely and very feminist, which is kind of fun coming from a play that is as old as this one is. But she's saying, no, I kissed the right king. Like, he's the king, the tyrant king is the usurper. So I went to the right guy. And regardless of what the tyrant king has, I want nothing to do with him. I'm in love with my husband. I want to be with him. He could have nothing. He could have no friends. Doesn't matter where he lives. I want to be with him. I don't want to have to leave him. I'm going to go with him. She's like, I'm not interested in the material stuff. I don't care about the stuff. I don't care about the titles, the fancy, whatever. As long as I'm with this man because he's a good man, that's what I'm going to do. And the tyrant king is like, what woman doesn't want to be queen and want the fancy clothes? And he's like, did all of these people around here die for nothing? Am I crazy, or is she being bonkers? And Helvetius, Lady's father, turns to the tyrant king and he's like, you could just force her to marry you. That's within your rights as the king. And the tyrant is like, no, like, she should actually want this. I don't want to force her. I want her to want to be with me. But like, why wouldn't she want to be queen? And Gavainus is like, I'm happy to be banished now because his wife is going to go with him. And the tyrant king is going to have a little bit of an aside wherein we get to hear some of his thoughts, sort of as a response to all of this that's going on at the moment. And we will get to hear about that and his thoughts in tomorrow's monologue. So I will see you then. Mwah.